This is a special KSL presentation. Live from the City County Building in Salt Lake City and the Convention Center in Budapest, Hungary. An Olympic quest. The awarding of the 2002 Winter Olympics.
It's a scene from the past. June 15th, 1991. A giant party on the grounds of Salt Lake's City and County Building.
We hope the Olympics will come to Salt Lake. Cross our fingers, our feet, and everything.
A former Olympian carried a symbolic torch from the Capitol to the site of the big party. Skydivers, musicians, fireworks, snow trucked in from the mountains, a miniature ski jump, and vendors hoping to make a buck. Half a world away in Birmingham, England, the members of the International Olympic Committee cast their votes. Everyone said Salt Lake's presentation was outstanding. Expectations, confidence was high.
Salt Lake! Salt Lake!
In Salt Lake, supporters prepared to exult in their triumph as the head of the IOC began his announcement.
The city of Nagano.
Congratulations, sir. Nice job.
Back in Birmingham, the man behind Utah's bid congratulated the victors.
We tried to give it everything that we could give it. There were just some factors there that we weren't able to overcome.
The voters apparently didn't want another Olympics in the United States just 2 years after the Summer Games in Atlanta.
I wanted to cry because we didn't get it. That was great disappointment.
In Salt Lake, the party atmosphere quickly dissipated. The price of a Utah in 1998 T-shirt dropped suddenly from $12.50 to $8.
Well, we're just going to cross it out and put 2002 on it.
This is now, it's not the past. Another party filled with enthusiasm and lots of confidence. Again, the world is watching. 2002 or deja vu? Dwayne Cardall, KSL News, Salt Lake City.
Especially if we get the bid, it's probably going to be crowded.
It's Lieutenant Roger Winkler's job to keep the peace at the party of the century. He says, no problem.
We do this on a weekly basis this time of year. It's not always Olympic bid, but there's always something happening in this city. Right now I'm working on my 150th petition for this year so far. So, I mean, it's just routine for us.
Winkler says he figures the party of the century will be very similar to the celebration of a century last summer. That's when thousands of people jammed the city-county complex when the building turned 100.
Police foresee just a couple of problems out here, and neither one of those has to do with safety. It's more a convenience issue. First, State Street will be closed, and so that'll cause some problems traffic-wise. But secondly, and probably even a bigger problem, is going to be parking. You see, during the big party, parking here will be off limits.
Expect this block to be jammed with people, but not cars. State Street is closed between 4th and 5th South. Parking around the entire block is shut down, as is the north lane of 5th South. The Salt Lake Chamber of Commerce is providing shuttle services. Pickup spots from the west include the fairgrounds, the Union Pacific Yard, the Triad Center, and the parking place. From the east, shuttles stop at the Parley's Way Kmart and Trolley Square.
Use buses, carpool, plan on delays. You will probably be parking a ways away and having to walk in here.
You're watching An Olympic Quest on KSL Channel 5.
To the city of Salt Lake.
The waiting's over. And the party's begun.
It's taken 30 years! We didn't want this for a long time! Salt Lake City needs
What a difference time makes, in contrast to the last party the city hosted, when people who came to celebrate the Olympics left disappointed.
The city of Nagano.
Those memories lingered until the word was final. Even the Super Bowl's Grace Under Pressure breathed a heavy sigh of relief.
You know what? I think it was such an anticipation because there's nothing I could do. I think it was what the coach must have felt like at the game time.
My heart was beating. A lot of enthusiasm, excitement, and we were proud when they said Salt Lake City.
And if winning the Olympic Games wasn't enough, some already had visions of Olympic gold in their bank accounts.
Host a family in your home for the Olympics. Be an Olympic host.
Within minutes of the bid announcement, entrepreneurs were working the crowd.
You can have $150 up to $1,500 a night, depending on the home.
Gives new meaning to the world is welcome here, huh?
The world is welcome, and we're going to see that they get good cooking.
To the city of Salt Lake.
But it took it by a landslide. Final count, Salt Lake 54, Sweden and Switzerland tie with 14 votes each, and Quebec, Canada trailed with 7. The deal was sealed with the signatures of Utah leaders who immediately signed the contract after today's announcement. Within minutes, news of the win spread quickly, putting Salt Lake in the national and international spotlight.
Your hard work over such a long period of time has paid off in spades. It is fabulous.
Vice President Gore calls Salt Lake to congratulate the winning state, and in Nova Scotia, President Clinton offers his as well. The days of counting down come to an end as Salt Lake's Olympic countdown sign is painted over. Now it says simply 2002. And in the streets, business is booming with the quick sale of Olympic collectibles. Everything from T-shirts to mugs are available, and most companies had to rush order new merchandise.
In Hungary this morning, Salt Lakers lined the bridge over the Danube River in one last show of force for the International Olympic Committee. Back in Utah, there were plenty of flags too, along with marching bands, the Olympic torch, even the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. It was a celebration culminating years of working, worrying, and waiting for the IOC to choose Salt Lake City. 40,000 Utahns waited anxiously to find out if they indeed had something to celebrate.
Well, the International Olympic Committee has decided to award the organization of the 19th Olympic Winter Games in 2002 to the city of Salt Lake.
Halfway around the world, the delegation in Budapest was literally jumping for joy. Now the waiting is over, but the party may just be beginning. Deborah, Lindner, KSL News, Salt Lake City.
You're watching An Olympic Quest on KSL Channel 5.
Yeah, can you hold just for one sec, please? Thank you.
The phones haven't stopped ringing at the offices of the Salt Lake Olympic Bid Committee. And at the Chamber of Commerce,
would you excuse me just a moment?
Call after call.
The Washington Post, Time Magazine, Sports Illustrated.
First Winter Olympics of the next century will be in America.
The word is out.
A U.S. city wins the Winter Olympic Games.
Everyone is talking about it.
And the winner is many people in Salt Lake City.
If Salt Lake City wasn't on the world map before, it is now.
The media are asking real specific questions about the venues, which ones are built, which ones aren't built. A lot of just bid information, but information that's been out there for a while, but now that it's all confirmed, they can really start talking about it.
Okay, so we'll do a flat map of Salt Lake.
A team of public relations volunteers fielded the media inquiries, as well as calls from others.
Let's see, one woman wanted to license her hair bows and wants to know how to do that. We've had a retiring policeman from LA who wants to come and do security for the games.
The window of Tom Welch's office is already covered with congratulatory faxes, yes, from all over the world. Indeed, the world watched and will continue to view Salt Lake City through the eyes of a premier sporting event.
This is a good test of us being able to do it. I think this shows that we can stage a pretty big event and handle it well.
Dwayne Cardall, KSL News, Salt Lake City.